up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing date night makeup, which is very rare for me because oddly enough, Chris and I never go on dates, but he came home the other night and was like, let's go out to dinner. And I was like, okay, but I'm not prepared for that right now, so I like your idea, but how about in 2 days? Give me time to know that I'm about to see people, all right? So anyway, we're going out to dinner to a nice restaurant, patio seating, wearing our masks. Don't worry, everyone. I'm just really excited to have a date night, so I thought I'd film the look that I want to do. This is the shirt that I'm wearing, and I'm in leggings right now. Okay, I was gonna show it, but that was really awkward. I will be changing into some black skinny jeans, some black booties, and we're gonna look hopefully pretty cute. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to use my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is one of my favorites. It fills in my pores really nicely, but also leaves the skin just a little bit luminous, so it's not so drying and mattifying. So we're just gonna apply this in the T-zone, and actually I like to take this kind of over farther back here as well, just because I have texture there. Alright, primer is on, and as usual I have my mirror right here. I do have kind of a little bit of a different setup than I usually do. Normally I just have my camera faced this way, and I just turned it so that way I kind of have a cuter background. So hopefully that looks cute. I think it does. It's got to be better than a glass door. Anyway, let's move in to our foundation. And I'm doing foundation in quotes because I actually don't really like wearing foundation when I have my chest visible. This is my chest, your décolletage. Is that how, whatever. I don't like wearing foundation. I think that it is always so obvious if you don't have a perfect foundation match. Also, texture of skin is way different. There's as many claims as there are for foundation to be super skin-like. You can always tell when you have this exposed and it's all of this is visible. If I wear a turtleneck or a crew neck, totally down for foundation. But when you can see this, I don't like wearing foundation. So this is a foundation-free tutorial. So we're using concealer, and I have 2 shades here only because I don't have a perfect shade match. I have the CoverGirl TruBlend Undercover Concealer in medium 900 Perfect Beige, which is kind of a highlighting color for when I have a tan. And then I have Tarte Shape Tape in 20B Light, which is also a highlighting shade, but for when I'm pale. So I don't have, this one's a little too dark when I'm pale, and this one's too light for not doing a highlighted foundation look. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just mixing these two. I'm just gonna do, this is so full coverage. Whoa, that was so much there. Oh God. So I'm doing it wherever I have redness. In the middle of your face is typically for women where you have the most redness. Over here, it's pretty much even tone for me, which is great. And I have my damp beauty blender. And I'm just gonna start blending this out. Oh my gosh, look how much I had right there. I'm gonna switch to a different side and blend this out. My chin is always really red, right on the bottom. So I always make sure to bring my concealer or foundation, whatever I'm using, down a bit. And I think this works perfectly for what's really trending right now, which is more natural skin and not such a full beat of makeup. And I also just feel my skin is doing so well that it's I don't need full coverage over here. Look at that, that just blends so nicely. So why wear makeup where you don't even need it? Definitely make sure to blend these inner corners here, because that is where typically people have a lot of purpley darkness going on. Mine isn't so bad, but it's really obvious when all of a sudden you just have concealer just stop right here. Just make sure to blend it up and into your skin. I'm just gonna use the warmth of my finger to make sure that the concealer is blended into the sides of my nose. because I'm typically really red there, and also it's like such a crease right there that you really have to like push it in. So I'm just making sure that that's blended. Okay, I think we're good though. So I'm going to set only underneath my eyes and my chin. Okay, I guess pretty much where I put the concealer, because then I was gonna say my forehead too. Pretty much, again, I'm not bringing powder over to areas that I did not bring the concealer. I just wanna make sure that the concealer is set and it's not gonna crease too badly throughout the night. And I am oily, so that's also why I want to bring it into those areas, because I'm gonna get oily, so you know, let's try to prevent it. And that is it. Look at that. It literally, you guys, it looks like I just have like perfect skin as I'm like rolling around. Where am I going? All right, so moving on to bronzer. We are going to use a little bit. I'm not gonna like use it to sculpt the face or anything like that. We're just gonna add a little bit of warmth, which is what bronzer's for anyway. And I mainly like this. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Bare Minerals bronzer in warmth. I really wish I had faux tan. That's better for paler skin, but honestly with the light application, this isn't bad at all. So I'm gonna start on my forehead because that's where I want the most pigment. And I'm just going around, and this is just going to make my forehead look a little bit smaller, hopefully. We can only hope. And then very lightly, I'm just going to very, very gently start to buff this kind of right under my cheekbone and then going right up this way, kind of in this like C swooping motion. I'm not trying to cut off my cheekbone too much though back here. It's just more to blend it into the hair. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm just taking it and running it right along here. And I don't even think I have too much, but just in case, I'm taking a clean brush, or kind of clean. I'm not adding any product to this, but this brush needs cleaned. You get what I'm saying. Wow, look how many brushes are happening. Okay, I'm just gonna buff right over that to make sure that it's blended. Okay, and then same thing to this side. Again, very gently, we're not trying to add too much color. We're going for a really natural but put together look here. Again, with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just running it kind of right in front of my ear and behind it since my hair is back, and you'll be able to see all of this. I'm just trying to make it all look cohesive. I'm gonna take the smallest amount of this and run it down on each side of my nose, just to give my nose some shape and definition, but like not too much. It's literally just that my nose doesn't get lost because we did put concealer like all in this area. All right, there we go. So just all of these things are like super subtle, but added together, they make a difference. For blush, I am going to use my Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Keep It Peachy. It's this really nice peachy matte shade. Duh, it's peachy. It's way more vibrant on camera than it is in the pan. The Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes, they're in new packaging, but they are some of my favorites. If you guys are looking for a good cheap blush, definitely check these out. And with this, I'm only going to add it barely to the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to bring it back. I'm not doing so much straight onto the apples of my cheeks. We're keeping it back here more today. We're not doing highlighter today. This is an all matte look, by the way, so matte blush, all matte eyeshadow, and a matte lip as well. So as usual, I'm using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. And then for eyeshadow today, we're using the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow. This one is in Carnival Candy. These are so good, and they're $3. And the reason why I got this one is specifically for these two shades right in the middle. I for sure thought that I already had them in my collection. I was like, they're somewhere in a neutral palette. They have to be, or like in the Jaclyn Hill original palette. No colors in my collection match these, and they are just so perfect. This is the perfect like camely brown color. Look at that, you guys. And then this red is amazing. It's the perfect burnt red. They don't swatch the best. They're a little bit on the drier side, but they blend amazingly, and it's for $3. Like, what more could you ask? Totally worth it. So these are the main two shades that I'll be using today, and these colors are perfect for fall. Perfect. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take in Morphe M441. Let's zoom you in a little bit here so you can see my eyeballs. There we go. So I'm going to pick up the tiniest, it's the theme of the day, people. I'm picking up the smallest bit of that camel color, really dusting it off so I don't have too much. And I'm going to start to run this right above my crease because I want my eyes to be like nice and big and open. And I'm really gonna go for like a more winged out look today. So I'm really going to make sure to drag this way over here. Just like that. We're just adding some definition. I'm going back in with just the slightest bit more of that camel color and adding it to the exact same spot. And I am going to start bringing this down in towards my outer V. Next, I'm taking a MAC 217, which is super similar to the Morphe M433. And now I'm going in with the red shade. Again, picking up a bit, really tapping off the extra because I don't want too much. And I'm going to run this a little bit more concentrated towards the crease and not so much up towards the brow. So I'm going to lift my eyebrows just a little bit just so I can get right in there. Again, still dragging it out this way. All right, so I want to jump down to the lower lash line really quick. So I'm going in with the camel color and I'm going to like messily do this on the bottom. I kind of want this really blown out down here. Like I want almost like a grungy look. And then I'm connecting it up here.
Editing Melissa here. So my camera cut out and I did not realize it. So all I'm doing is taking my eyeshadow primer and using it to create a very small cut crease about halfway over on my eye. And that is it. And back to the video.
And yes, we are covering up quite a bit of that red shade that we laid down in that inner crease area, but we will go back and touch it up a bit. And I'm just taking the warmth of my finger to melt the primer into the rest of the shadows. So what I'm going to do is take this really light shade right here and I'm going to set the inner portion of that cut crease. And you'll notice that I'm using a fluffier brush because I don't want it to be too harsh of a cut crease, so I'm okay if it blends up here a bit, that's fine. But we're just setting that. And then I'm gonna take the same brush and go into the camel color. And I'm going to start running that very gently over here, and we're gonna mix those two and meet them right in the middle. All right, I've zoomed you guys back out a little bit so we can kind of see more of the full picture here. I'm gonna go back in with the MAC 217 and in with that red shade and just kind of add that back in since we took it away. And then I do want to add just the tiniest bit of that red shade on the lower lash line as well. I'm actually going to use a different brush. I want one smaller than that. Yeah, okay, this will be nice. This is an e.l.f. eye crease brush. And I'm just going to get this closer to the lashes than I did that camel color. And then I'm going to start to blend it out. And now I'm just making sure to connect that red up here. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with the eyes. I want to stop messing because this is pretty much perfect for me. I'm actually going to take a clean brush and just hit the edges of everything to make sure that they're really nice and blended. I'm like scrubbing into my brows, you guys. Okay. I want to take my Marc Jacobs gel highliner, and I have this in the shade Brownie, so it's just a really intense, deep, rich brown. I think I'm going to only tightline with this. I don't think I'm going to run it in the waterline. I might decide off camera, we'll see, but I'm going to really quick do my brows, and then I'm going to apply my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara, and I'm going to do this all off camera. If you guys want to see me do my brows, I actually show doing it in my updated makeup routine video, which I will link down below, and in the eye. So I'll link those, and let's do like a cute transition, and I'll be right back with that finished. Did it work? Okay, as you guys can see, I've got brows on, mascara, and the tight line is done. So I forgot to mention, I used the Urban Decay Brow Blade in Dark Drapes, and then I used my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel to set my brows in place. The last thing we have is lips. Now, I'm going to use a very full coverage, very mattifying liquid lipstick. However, the way I'm going to apply it is going to be soft, subtle, and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm using the Ofra Los Olas liquid lipstick. This is, again, such a perfect fall shade, you guys. I'll swatch it here, like full on, full strength right here. Look at that. It's perfect. I am going to take and pick up this lipstick. I'm going to use the concealer brush to apply it. That way we're going to get a lighter application. I do have a chapstick on, by the way, which is what's making this really easy to move around, and it's not making it dry down as fast as it normally would. So as you can see, I just took my finger to blend that out, and I'm going up and out towards the edges to almost get a blurred lip line. I don't want it so intense and too perfect. I might add just a little bit more color right towards the center. There we go. Oh my gosh, who is more ready for fall than me? You know what, actually looking at all this, we're not done. I am going to add my Marc Jacobs into my waterline. I just want my eyes to be a little bit darker than what they are right now, and especially because it's date night, you know, going out to dinner at night, you know. So I brought that the whole way across my lower lash line, and I'm also scribbling it into my lower lashes. All right, you guys, so this is my completed date night, no foundation, fall look. Wow, this video has it all in one. I honestly love the way that this turned out. I feel so confident. That's my biggest thing, is when I have this area exposed, is like, that's when I'm the most self-conscious about wearing makeup, because I'm like, oh my God, does my skin match? Like, do I match? Does everything go? Are people staring? Do I have harsh lines anywhere? But just use minimal makeup, subtle differences here and there, you know, and you still get a very glam look, but you're not gonna be worried about if your foundation matches your chest. This is like not natural makeup, but it's no foundation makeup, which is like my favorite right now. So if you guys like this video, if you like this look, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe. Videos are every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's it for today's video. Everything that I use will be linked in the description box as always. And that is it. I thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and go have a good one. Bye. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hated that channel. What is that noise? Can I help you? Freaking crane? Sounds like a roller coaster is outside my window. Okay. So the... Oh, wait. Are they done? Okay, cool. No. Are we good? No! Oh my god. I think we're good. We're good. I'm gonna say we're good. Okay. Great. No! It's not going to be... Why is there always something happening here? I swear. All right, you guys, and this is finally the lipstick. Yeah, I do. All right, you guys, this is the completed look. I am, internal, so cool.